Okay, this is my newest bag, which I love. It is the Everyday Tote. And I added a little bling to that. I wanted the straps. This Swala leather is pretty rough, and at least until it gets worn in. I added this little, it's just a piece of leather with snaps on it around the shoulder area of the strap. Now it'll still wear because this leather will be an abrasive against this, but in the meantime, while that's all getting softened up, it'll be soft on my shoulder. And as it slides down my arm, because it was kind of scratching as it slid down my arm. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I recently got the bag of scraps, and I've made some these little things. Okay, so I thought, well, you know what? I need new luggage tags. So I had the guy at work laser etch my name and address and phone number on a tag, and there's a couple of different ways. I've got this little thing that you can just feed this through, and it goes onto the bag, or this one here is a snap. So that's just something you could add to your luggage or whatever if you want to do that. Okay, here's one more thing that I did. This is a pouch that I got from another user who sold me several things in these pouches, and I guess these aren't like for sale on the website. I couldn't find them, but they come with wallets or something. Anyway, they have a little strap that wraps around them. So what I did on this one, the two holes in here were already there, and I just added 2 nipple rivets. And I'll put a link where you can buy those. And then I cut a little slit right here and riveted in a loop with a ring. And now that can also be a pouch that you add to something, or you don't have to add it to anything. It can just be a little first aid pouch or whatever. But it's a cute little thing that you can use. Another way you can attach things to your purse. It does require putting a little hole in it. Let me see if I can focus this. These are like little tie tacks, and they're flat on one side, and they hold pretty well. And so you can push that teeny tiny little hole in a place that's inconspicuous, and you can add a pouch or something to, you can add a pouch or something to whatever. A lot of times there'll be a place on a bag like behind a piece of leather, like right in here. You could put the hole through there, and then you won't even see the little fastener. One of the things I did on this tote was, because it had no pockets inside, I added one of my organizers. Or I was able to use the Tack Clips, and you can't even see them. Underneath here, I pushed one through and then locked it on the other side. And because the way that these are here, with the 2 rivets with the space between, you don't even see that is clipped in that way. So that one, that made that bag a bit more useful with the pouch in it. And I attached 2 key fobs to the pouch, here and here. I can move this from bag to bag as long as I can hide it underneath something or attach it to a liner. It won't scar the outside of the bag at all. And on this one, this is the Pioneer Woman tote. There was no way to hide it. The pouch that I added, it too came with no pouch. And so on this one, I actually glued it in. Holds very securely, but it can be removed. This is going to be my book bag for when I go back to Bible study. I do Bible study fellowship, and so that starts up with the school year, and this will be what I carry all my supplies in because it's the perfect size. I've got a whole video on this bag that you could watch. Okay, I told you not to panic because I had cut the crossbody strap that was on this bag. Now this bag is probably 10 years old, and if you need to carry a little bag, just a little crossbody pouch, like something this size is perfect. This is from Fossil. It was before I discovered Saddleback and some of the other bags, and I haven't carried it in a long time, but I haven't gotten rid of it either because I know how useful it can be. It's great for travel. So now that it doesn't have a crossbody strap, I have a couple of options. One is I took the rest of the strap. This is the strap that I had cut. I put loops on the ends, riveted them, and now they can just go in here. And I lose some of the length by doing this, but I still have a nice crossbody strap. And now it's got a little interest to it. This should really be turned this way. Okay, now I think that looks pretty good. Even though it's not the way it came, I think it looks pretty good. And the other option is if you do that and you cut a crossbody strap and you can't do that with it, is just to get a crossbody strap from another bag and use it if you're going to need to use this as a convertible. So the thing I like about this is that it's a pouch on my backpack when I'm traveling, and then when I get where I'm going, it can be the purse I carry around as I'm traveling or doing whatever when I don't need a bigger bag. So it's 2-in-1. So I'll just keep this in here when I need it, and I'm good to go. I think I really like that chain, and I think that'll put this bag back into use for me. Alright, I wanted to show you a little bit about what kinds of things you need to do these sorts of alterations, and this isn't hard. It looks hard and complicated, but it's not, and there's a lot of really good videos about how to do snaps and how to do rivets out there, so I would encourage you to watch one of those. So a snap basically comes in 4 parts. Okay, you've got your cap, and then this little part goes on the other end of the cap, and then on the other half you have this little thing and then the little nub. So first you punch a hole in the leather with one of these tools, and then you insert your 2 parts, and then you're going to hammer it, and almost all kits come with a little anvil. I have a bigger one that I use, but this will come with a kit, and then you secure these with various punch tools. So this would be there, and this would be the leather, and then this would go on like that, and then you put this in the center and you hammer it, and that spreads out that shaft and secures the snap in place. The same thing with this one. You put that in, you put a hole in the leather, put the leather over that, then this goes on, and then you take a tool like this, which has a little divot in it, place it on top, hammer it down, and then that secures that, and the 2 pieces then snap together. Like I said, there's a lot better videos about how to do that, but don't let those things scare you. You don't need a lot of tools to do that. You can also get a single punch tool that looks like this. This is you place this over the leather and you hammer it, and when you lift it up, there's a hole in the leather. So you don't even need this. If you can get one of these that's the right size, you can do that. And a lot of times they'll tell you the size. If you look on Amazon or Tandy Leather, you can get kits that have the tool, the snaps, everything you need in them, and it's a kit. Okay, and these are rivets, and rivets are even easier than snaps. There's 2 parts. The main thing you need to do is make sure your shaft is not too thick or too thin when going through the leather pieces you have. And so I have a couple of different sizes of shaft, smalls and mediums. If it's too thick, if the leather's too thin for this shaft, what'll happen is when you hammer the 2 pieces together, the thing will go cockeyed on you, and it won't be a good seal. So basically, what you do is you have your anvil, and you have this, and you put your hole in your leather. Place this through the hole. Put the cap on top, and it actually, you can hear it click into place. Then you take a tool like this that has a concave end, place it on top, and you hammer it, and then that squeezes the whole thing together. And that's your rivet. These are sold online too. I got these from springfieldleather.com off of Amazon. Tandy also has them, and you could probably buy kits as well that have this part and this part in them. As a matter of fact, I know you can because that's where I got these two pieces. So there you have it. It's sort of the basics on how to do a snap and how to do a rivet. And like I said, there's a lot of other YouTube videos on this, so look those up. Learning how to use these things has allowed me to do a lot of fun projects. And it's really very simple. Also, it allows you to repair your own bags when they break. If you know how to place in a rivet or a snap, a whole world opens up to being able to make repairs and things like that. Not just on leather, but on other things. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.